So if you add 1,000 or 1 millennium to 30 AD, that brings you to 1030 AD. So from 30 AD to 1030 AD, here you have 1 millennium or 1 prophetic day after they were scattered. But the prophecy said that it would be after 2 days that they would be revived. So if we count from 1030 AD to 2030 AD, you have the second millennium or the second prophetic day. Now remember, Hosea said that after 2 days they will be revived, but on the 3rd day they will be raised to live in his presence. So when does this 3rd day begin? Well, from 1030 to 230 AD, that's the 2nd day. So the 3rd day is from 2030 AD to 330 AD. So he says that on the 3rd day, they will be raised to live in his presence, which begins, the 3rd day beginning on 2030 AD. But before that, he says, on the 2nd day, they would be revived. So I want to paint the picture. He says on the 3rd day, that's when they would be raised to live in the presence of God. But before that, in the 2nd day, that's when their nation would be revived. So we should be able to look and see that somewhere close to the 3rd day, but in the 2nd day, we should see in history where their nation, Israel, was revived. And keep in mind that in Jewish days, the day ends after sunset. So in the sunset of the 2nd millennium, we should see some kind of revival with Israel. Okay? So history shows us that after hundreds of years of being scattered, abused, and banished from Israel, that amazingly, the Jewish people found victory against their enemies, and their nation, the land of Israel, was revived and established in 1948. Why is that important? Because 1948 is in the latter part of the 2nd day, but it's right before the dawn of the 3rd day. You see, prophecy is so precise. It's so precise that even the times and dates line up with history.
Meanwhile, on May 14th, 1948, the new government headed by David Ben-Gurion is installed in Tel Aviv. Thus, for the first time since the Roman legion destroyed Jerusalem in the year 70 AD, the Jewish people have a nation of their own. Thus, history was made as the Jewish state of Israel was born. Conceived in strife and weaned on violence, Israel has flourished to become a constructive voice in world affairs. Her flag became a symbol of hope in a troubled world.
The Old Testament prophets predicted that after 30 AD, when the shepherd was killed, that the Jewish people would be scattered and taken captive by the nations. We saw that. That's happened. And then it predicted that after 2 days, but before the 3rd day, they would be revived. That happened in 1948. Well, guess what else? Even the date of 1948 has significance within the Bible. Because if you study Bible chronology, you will find that Abraham, the father of the Jewish people, was born exactly 1948 years after God created Adam. So not only does the prophetic code of 1 day equaling 1,000 years show the millennium that Israel would be revived, but even the exact year of its revival finds symbolism in the birth of their father Abraham. Now, the prophecy isn't over. So it says that after 2 days they will be revived. We see that happened in 1948, in the second millennium, or the second day after Jesus was crucified. But notice what else it says. On the third day, they will be raised to live in his presence.